Hey everyone, we're here on Cyrene, and I thought we would do a little bit of tree cutting today. We got that weekly tree cutting mission. We didn't finish it last time, but I thought we could work on it today. It's always a good use of a skill pill, just because of the value of the looting skills we're going to be trying to pull down here. And let's go ahead and get started. We'll see if that guy's here to get some too. And we're going to try and get a little bit of the long boards and the the moonleaf boards and the long moonleaf boards in addition to these short ones, because we'll try to do another uh, small butt joint run to unlock some blueprints, maybe. That's the goal anyway. So tree cutting unlocks a bunch or opens up a bunch of skills that you are otherwise slightly tricky to build up maybe. Oh, there's a huge tree. We're going to want to switch to the level 3 tool so we can get those big boards. Now this tool you can see operates a lot slower. The tools on Cyrene are actually 50% faster than the all the other tools that are on the other planets. We'll go with this one next. I think that guy's going to be out doing some tree cutting as well. So this is a super popular spot these days. A lot of people know about it. But this is a great way to work up zoology, biology, analysis. These all factor into the amount of loot you're going to get through their donation to the looter profession. And then they added this weekly quest in that once a week you can harvest 10,000 boards to get like 20 clicks on a random blueprint, I believe is what they've stated. See, there's an analysis skill up for us. And then this entire island here has boards on it, or trees on it. And so we'll just kind of go around it. Oh, you see there's a tree right, well, that's a huge tree. We'll switch extractors again, or harvesters rather. Again, just because we still need a few of those long moonleaf boards for our giant run of that small butt joint that we want to do. I think we need like 800-ish. I think we have like 500, 600. So we still got a little bit to go. I almost geology you get as well. And so if you wanted to, you could actually tree cut your way to getting through your mentorship because geology is one of the 3 skills. It's engineering, anatomy, or geology, I think. And this will give us the normal moon boards. And then, of course, we get the resource gathering because that's the primary skill associated with using these tools. not a huge deal. It doesn't really go into anything else for us. But this is probably the best place to boost these skills at this time. And I don't really remember how many large boards or regular Moonleaf boards were needed, so we'll just grab a bunch, and if we have extra, we have extra. But we got a few large trees here, so we should get a few to help with our furniture run later in the week or month. Depends on how many boards we still need as to how quickly we can do that furniture run to attempt to generate some more blueprints for ourselves and people we know. Maybe, oh, yep, there's a dude down there. Those are all small trees, so we're going to want to switch back to the faster tool. More swings equals more skill per time. We're still hoping to get some biology and zoology skill ups at some point. Some more analysis, obviously, since that's a pretty heavy contributor to all the looter professions. Now, obviously, the more you do this, the slower the skills start to roll in, but it's still always nice to boost that up, especially since there are hidden skill unlocks that go with the looter profession that I think directly contribute to the amount of loot you're getting as well. Oh, there's a little bit of perception. That's a nice one too. I forget the percentage. Um, it's not one of the lowest ones, so I want to say 4 to 6% or something like that. And if you're just trying to get through the lumberjack quest, you can use that big level 3 tool on these small trees and pull up to 10 boards, in which you'll get 10s instead of ones like we're getting here, which obviously exponentially decreases the amount of time it takes you to finish this. This is kind of the cheap way to do it. Plus, we want these large boards, and you break that level 3 tool pretty quickly. Oh, there's that biology skill up I've been looking for. Oh, I missed a few back there. And so, like I said, the tree harvesting is really popular. This spot especially. I think the time before when we did this, we ran into like 3 or 4 different people out here. And so we'll see how many people we end up running into this time. Obviously, there's our first person we ran into. Oh, they're staying down there in that valley, so we'll hit this upper area. There seems to be a fair amount of trees up here for us. And again, this is all about backfilling all of those looter skills, which I think is the main reason everyone does this. Um, you kind of are forced into doing this, some pet taming or pet type stuff, or buying the skill. And so this is definitely the easy way for everyone. Um, the tools are pretty cheap. I think 5 pet a piece. You get like 85-90% back on average. So the cost to gain the skills isn't too high. Just a little time consuming sometimes. But then you're also backfilling in some other stuff. Like with that geology, you're backfilling in your mining profession a little bit before you even get started. Or if you've already started, you're backfilling it to make it a little better for yourself. You get some athletics in there. That's going to backfill your evader level a little bit. We'll get some botany, I think, at some point. And so we'll backfill that gardener profession that doesn't actually have a use right now. Oh, there's that zoology skill. I do really hope that they do some more with the gardening thing at some point. And the reason I'm wearing the armor and the little funky tinfoil hat is just for the boost to the reload speed so that we get more hacks per tree. We're gonna grab that. Oh, she's grabbing the huge tree. And then she didn't. Well, we'll take it then. So you'll notice that some of the trees are green for me and some of them are pink. The reason is that I went into an instance and zoned out. And for some reason, it will segment out the trees that are harvestable and turn them green if you do that. Or maybe it just turns the unharvestable ones pink. Um, Either way, it makes it really easy to target only the trees because you can visually just distinguish between them instead of having to scan while you're harvesting for your next hit, you know? Oh, looks like that first tool is done. And we can break a tool in about 10 to 15 minutes, easy. There's a little bit of dex, which is good for us looter skill. There's a little bit of botany. We're gonna switch tools for this large tree. Again, just as we're trying to accumulate a mix of these three boards and this, which is what's used to make that small butt joint. Oh, another one. Well, these skills do work up kind of slowly, and so that's why I like to use the skill pill for these. Um, Not because it's costly, just because it takes so long to backfill in some of these skills, like that zoology. We'll go for that next large tree down there. There's a biology skill up for us as well, which are super nice. That skill can be a little hard to work up, although I heard they adjusted the skills rewards on the turn-ins for that sweat gathering mission. Always nice to find a little fruit while you're out doing a tree harvesting run. That's the other reason. You'll find that periodically just because you're running around so much. But bunch of analysis, which is a pretty costly skill to buy. Still, I think I haven't checked the auction house just because we build it up so nicely with all the skill, all the tree harvesting and stuff we do. We're just gonna go ahead and take that level 3 last now. Not a big deal that we missed out on a level 1 tree's full potential, you know? There's the alertness, which we is a looter skill, and we're happy we're getting it. But it's pretty cheap to buy as well, so that's the one skill I never select when we're doing codex rewards. We'll grab these large trees real fast, and then we'll circle back for these small ones. Oh, we're a little overburdened already, so let's. When this happens, what I like to do is open a vehicle's inventory here. And we're just going to start dropping stuff in there. I think we can get 10 more of those. Yep. Then what we'll do is we'll take this and we're just going to drop our little ride over there. Oh, we're still encumbered even after all that? Interesting. I guess we'll be doing that again. See if we can find a spot to put this where it'll let me place it down. I saw it go green for a second. There it is. There we go. See, our weight's really diminished now. This will allow us to keep going forward at full speed, but then we'll just recall those, and so all that stuff will be waiting for us, yeah, in planetary storage now. And I don't know if that, like, I don't think that was an intentional use of that. It's just a byproduct of, hey, I lost my vehicle, I can't find it, and so they added a mechanism for you to recall it to storage. And so we found an additional use for that mechanism that's beneficial to us. So the wood's pretty heavy. You're going to become encumbered pretty quickly, especially if you're using that level 3 tool. A lot of people will buy the low TT pit bulls because of the high carry capacity to do that trick I just showed you guys. I've also had people recommend I do that to organize my large amount of blueprints. Just store them in the pit bull. I think I'm a little too OCD on my blueprint books and all that to do that, but it was a good suggestion, and so I wanted to kind of pass it on. So yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that other person did not have the know about the go into the instance before you come out here to trigger them to see you. They're easy to see. They ran by and left a lot of trees, or maybe they were just being nice to us. Maybe it's a mixture. But this is a great way to boost that perception skill up pretty high. I want to say it's like 9% or something of the tree cutting goes into perception. In any event, it's a high single digit percent, and so it builds it up relatively fast compared to the other skills, which are lower percents like 3-4%, like the zoology and biology. And I think going to the instance turns the unharvestable ones pink because when these guys respawn, they respawn still visible like this. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it a little bit more. Plus, I still get excited when I level up in this profession, even though it doesn't, I don't think it does anything for us. I don't think we get better returns. There are no skill unlocks in this profession anymore. We've already maxed it out at like level 30 or something. It's the last one for resource gathering. And I like how many tools you can work through here in a single skill pill. If we weren't switching out and didn't have to share the area, we're talking 5 to 6 tools we could break. Before the max was about 3.5. Before it was kind of pushing it. But you see, it still takes quite a while to get through that weekly quest if you're just using the trade terminal tools. Like 1 to 2 boards per pull is. Ooh, what do we get? See, there's that excitement I was talking about. Animal investigator. Oh, that's because we did a bunch of scanning this week to try and work up our xenobiology skill. I see this one, but it's not letting us target it. Oh, there it is. And this will be super nice to gather up enough of these, what I like to call the medium boards. They're the just the moonleaf boards. Because the other ones are small and the other ones are large or long. But I always just kind of consider these the medium. Once we get enough of these, we'll just switch back and only switch to the level 3 tool for the level 3 boards, which will extend out how long it takes us to become weighed down in the future. Um, but right now we need everything, so that's why we're doing it this way. Alright, back to a smaller tool. But your skills do go up a little faster with the level 3 tool as well, just because the pet spent. We'll go hit that large or that huge tree down there next if he doesn't go grab it. Looks like we finished first, so we're grabbing it. Those longboards are definitely the harder ones to come by. The huge trees are pretty rare. Now, if you're just out here for the skills, it doesn't matter. But since we want to use the materials, it does matter a little bit for us. In that at some point we have to get all three, or enough of all three to do a big run. And I like to arrange for like an hour run on those, just so we can capitalize on a skill pill doing that as well. This person left all sorts of stuff. We'll just circle around the outside edge here. Oh, I almost forgot about the genetics. Um, Genetics is great if you're a mutant looter. I don't know another way of pulling it up. I assume you can get it through like makeup and body sculpting or something like that. But I've never done any of that, so I don't know for sure. All of the genetics I've been able to obtain, I've got actually through tree harvesting. And so I would argue it's probably the cheap way of getting it, even if you can't get it through those other activities. I bet it's still more cost effective to do it this way. But again, I don't know that for sure. That's just my speculation. So I think we're gonna have to. Oh, that's why. We already need to find a place to put this, and that'll free up a bunch of our weight. But it's definitely harder to find a spot to throw down the quad wing than the slip near. I saw it go green for a second. Right there. Oh, nope. There we go. Now we're back not encumbered. Alright, let's switch back, because we still need those big boards, or medium boards, or not, I guess moonroof boards. I like to call them medium boards, like I said a little bit ago. I've been really happy with the analysis skill gains today, just because it contributes so heavily into that looter profession compared to the other ones. And it's nice to work up that genetics so that we can work on our mutant looter at some point. We like to do zombies and those Jeep Zahirs and Kahirs in on Tolan. And there's not too many mobs that are mutants, but alright, well that kind of looks like all of the trees in this area. And so we're gonna head out because over here on these islands and up in here you can find stuff as well. I probably should have just used the teleport function to go back here and then worked my way up into that. But we didn't. So onward we go on our little hoverboard with our tinfoil hat. Well, this island looks like it's been picked clean. Oh no, there they are. They just hadn't loaded yet. And now we'll get to continue our skilling and gathering of the various boards we need. And so all these little islands have trees on them if they haven't been hit recently. Well, that was a nice one. 30 boards in a single swipe. And you still boost your intelligence by doing this. And so that's nice. I think it's just because it's a tool, and basically all tools boost your intelligence a little bit. Well, we'll definitely have to grab that huge tree next. So we're getting a good amount of these, like, normal moonleaf boards. While still burning through 3 of these to the normal amount of tools we would have been able to burn through on another planet using the slower tools. I guess it's not the same if you were to just bring these tools to, say, Hell on Rocktopia. It'd be about the same skilling, but you just don't have access to them in the same capacity on another planet, obviously, right? So you really have to plan ahead how many you were planning on breaking and whatnot. You can just overshoot it too, so you can just sell them to the trade terminal if you end up not using them all or whatever. You see there's a little land bridge back over to that main island area over into here that'll, and then if you circle around there's another little land bridge to get you over there, or you can go for a swim or throw down like a hover pod like we, or a hoverboard or a explorer pod, or pick your favorite little land vehicle that floats. Obviously, you can't drive your car into the river there or ocean there and expect to get out the other side unless you have one of those fancy amphibious cars that I've seen on TV but never seen in real life. Oh, how close are we to a new profession boost? Oh, not that close. We still got like 16%, and I think we only get like 1.5, 1-ish% every time we break a tool. I think it's like about 4% per 3 tools or so. Uh, As soon as I fell through on that one. So I think this is where we're gonna wrap up today's tree harvesting episode. We got over the 3,000 mark, which is a pretty good end to that weekly mission. We burned up most of that skill pill, and we broke a few tools, got a bunch of boards. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. Stay epic.